Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to another live session organized by Eduko Pathways Bangladesh. And I am your host for today. My name is Sharjah Ibrahim, and I work here as the destination manager for UK here at Eduko Pathways. So, before we bring in today's guest, who have been with us for quite some time now, I would like to clarify or give you a brief about who Eduko Pathways is. So, Eduko Pathways Bangladesh is a leading education consultancy organization who, since its inception, has been very much focused towards providing the right guidance to the students regarding the admission process, regarding their university selection, and most importantly, their program selection and their career paths. We just don't advise any students based on what they want to do, but we also try to help them to vision what they are going to do in the next 5 or 10 years in their life. And while we do so, we advise students for different destinations that you name for UK, Australia, Canada, USA, Malaysia, Dubai. So all the top destinations in the world, we have expert counselors here with us who would be providing all the guidances that you will need. As I mentioned before, regarding your program selection till your financials as well. So for that, without much ado, I would bring in today's guest, and we are talking about Oxford International Education Group today, and we have Mr. Tanvir Ahmed, who is the Business Development Manager, and we would be focusing today on the destination UK. Hello, Mr. Tanvir. Thank you for joining us in our session today.
Hi, Ms. Sharjah. Thank you so much for having me here today. It's my great pleasure and honor to present Oxford International Education Group today in your live session. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So, would be discussing our main point of discussion for today would be focusing on mainly on the main take first, and of course, we will also know what are the upcoming intakes that we have, so that we can prepare our audiences and the parents or the students who are watching us live. They can prepare themselves both mentally, academically, and financially. So, Mr. Tanvir, if you could kindly give us an idea about what Oxford International Education Group is from your side.
Okay, thank you so much. So, Oxford International Education Group is one of the best, leading, renowned, and famous pathway providers, and we are working in our four famous destination like UK, USA, Canada, and Germany. So, in UK, we have five reputed universities, and we have two colleges there. So, we have university like University of Greenwich, located in London, and we have De Montfort University that is located in Leicester. We have University of Bradford went there to Manchester. We have Bangor University in Wales. We have University of Dundee that is located in Scotland. So these five universities we have, and we have two colleges like Oxford International London Centre that is located in London, and we have another center that is Oxford International Oxford Centre, so that is located in Oxford area. So basically these universities and institutions we have, and basically Oxford International College, like Oxford International Education Group, mainly providing pathways like international foundation year, international year one, that is bachelor first year equivalent, and pre-masters. Though we have some universities, those are offering direct bachelor and master's program. So basically these things we are providing for our students.
Okay. So, as you mentioned, in UK, you have some very renowned universities under your portfolio, and we have had a lot of queries regarding these universities as well. What programs do they have, and what options do they have for their main intake? So now moving into straight to our discussion about, as because it's February 20th, and we just have a couple of exactly 2 months for the upcoming May intake to get our start our, if the student wants to start their courses in May, right? So as you mentioned that you have foundation course, international year one, and pre-masters. Now I go into the foundation program, which is offered by some of the universities that you just mentioned, what key subject areas are there for the main intake that our students can focus on for their studies?
Okay, that's a very good question. So basically, we have April intake instead of May. So like we already started our intake, and lots of applications are there. Basically, students submitting application for art and design, business subject, computer science and engineering, pharmacy, nursing program, law, and then psychology. So these are the main subject where I have seen that many students submitting their application to join their dream universities in April. So these are offering in a April intake. But I just want to let you know, like we have 4 universities; those are offering April intake. Like only Greenwich, we are not taking application for April because it's already booked. So we do accept application for the Montfort University, Bradford, Bangor, and the University of Dundee. So still we are issuing offer letter for our students. So those students still didn't get their choice to submit application or select any university. They have very good chance to submit their application for these 4 universities, and I do believe that they can cover everything within a very short time, since Oxford International Education Group, they are providing prompt service to the student to fulfill their dream within a very short time, and we are issuing offer letter within 24 hours. So that's amazing that student still have a very good chance to join their foundation program or their pre-masters program in April.
So just to mention, just to reiterate actually to our audiences who are watching us. So the turnaround time for application processing from Oxford International Education Group is 24 hours.
Yeah.
So as Mr. Tanvi just mentioned that their April intake is knocking at the door. So there's still time that you'd be able to get into the April intake. So, so you just mentioned about the programs that are being offered in April for both for the foundation program, right? And
Yeah.
yeah, so if I now move into specifically for the entry requirements for the foundation program, for instance, a student who is completing their O levels or in their AS, so what would be their admission requirements for them?
Okay, that's very good. So our entry requirements also very flexible because for our 4 universities, those are offering April intake for foundation. Their academic requirements, if I tell about HSC student, that is 2.50 out of 5. If they have this result academically, they can join our foundation program. If I talk about O levels, then student have to get A to D, and if they got A to D, like they have to get within 5 subject except Bangla, so that they can join our foundation program. And if any student got to AS, so if their UCAS point is 48 to 52, then they have very good chance as well. Moreover, that our IELTS requirement also very flexible, because if a student want to join foundation program with joint case, so they have to get 5.5, no less than 5.5. So we do accept this, as well as instead of IELTS, we have a YTC. So we do accept that for our 4 universities, except the University of Bradford. So student have still enough time, I would say, that they can prepare for April.
So I have one question to you, Mr. Tanvir. Is that we sometimes get this question that why would I do a foundation like right after O
Okay.
levels? So what is
Uh,
the usefulness for that?
yeah.
Why would I not be completing my A levels and then go for my degree there? So why do you think that some students should be going for foundation?
Okay, that's very good, because if a student want to enrich their knowledge in a specific subject area, definitely they have to join for a foundation program, because like the way we are organize our foundation subject or foundation area, it's a very amazing, because we are giving a specific subject based knowledge to the student that helps a student to learn more and more. Even their academic English, if it is poor, they can develop their English language as well in the class. The more things, like if any student join direct classes, they will get lots of students there. But if they join foundation program, their class size will be 20 to 25 students in one class. That's give them a vast knowledge or experience to interact with their faculty members by name, and even they can build up a good relationship with the faculty members. So that will be amazing for the student. And if I talk about the Bangladeshi students, those have just completed their ACC, and the way we are providing our education to the student, like sometimes it's happened that they can't speak like fluently, or sometimes it's very tough to speak in English, isn't it? But once they will reach in a foundation program, they will get lots of knowledge, even it is academic or it is like academic English as well. So they can build up their foundation, and once they will move in the bachelor program or main program, they will not feel that I just see something new. They will be familiar with the environment. They will know what is the curriculum or how to adapt with the like system. Each and everything they will be familiar, and it will be easy for them to cope up with the education system. Because UK education system and Bangladeshi education system is not quite similar. So it will be tough for our students if they go for the direct bachelor program, 3 years bachelor program. So sometimes we have seen that students face some difficulties to cope up with this. But if they join 4 years program, I believe through foundation they can cope up with the system, and they can learn lots of things, and it will help them to skill up their knowledge.
Right, very rightfully said, Mr. Tanvir. And also for all of those students, what I feel like, instead of completing their 2 years here, they can expedite their time, right? They
Yeah,
can complete the
exactly.
foundation within 1 year and then directly go into the bachelor's program. So they are actually they are actually ahead of 1 year in terms of completing their entire studies bachelor's program.
Right, right.
And also, as you said, like for HSC students, those who are watching us now, and the result just came out on 13th, and some students have got done brilliant results. But as Mr. Tanvir said, that to be adaptive, to know the system, how it works, and of course, we coming from Bangladesh, we do not have much of a exposure to communicating in English. So if you are being in immersive environment where the entire surrounding is in English, and you do know how to interact and how to communicate with the professors, that would build a very strong base for them to completely finish their entire 3 years bachelor's in UK. So thank you so much for that very specific answer, Mr. Tanvir. So if we now move into the pre-masters program that you mentioned. So what programs, which universities at the point is offering the pre-masters program, and how is this going to benefit our students here in Bangladesh?
Well, that's a very good question. Our four university, except University of Greenwich, they like you already I mentioned that it's booked for April. So rest of the four university they accept pre-masters students because now I just want to answer you that why student should join pre-masters program. Like we accept our student with 40% marks. Okay, academically, but most of the university their requirement 2.80 or 3 point above GPA to join their master's program in UK. But sometimes we have seen most of these students they don't have that much required academic results, so on that time they have to struggle that I will be eligible or not. But they have very good option to join through pathways so that they can learn lots of things. They can, if I specifically tell you something, like our students most of the time we have seen they don't know how to prepare a professional presentation, or how to make a strong report. So bookish knowledge is not work out everywhere. So you have to show your skill in a better way, so you will get that knowledge in a pre-masters program. And another thing, if you want to join direct masters program, some university their requirement 6.5, no less than 6, some university 6, no
Yeah.
less than 5.5. But I like our student maximum time they are getting 5.5 or 6. Sometimes they cannot meet the entry requirement to join direct university program, but they have very good option to join through pre-masters program, where we require 5.5, no less than 5.5 or equivalent YTC or Duolingo results, so that they can join their program for 3 months or 6 months, though it depends on their RC score. And then once they will complete their pre-masters program for 3 months, they can join their main program. And also they will get all the necessary knowledge that help them to adapt with the main program, so they can get a good result there as well. So for this kind of region, a student can join or they can choose pre-masters program to develop their skills.
Yeah, because sometimes so this actually is quite in the sense that, as you mentioned, that they would be able to learn that how a presentation is
Yeah.
how to create a presentation, how to even write a proper cover letter, because this kind
Yep.
of supports
Exactly.
are there, right?
Yeah.
And they can make themselves more fit for this competitive world. And I think this
Yeah.
in by because sometimes a masters becomes very intensive, and in this way
Mhm.
they can pace up a bit and gradually adapt to the system, and then go into the entire like into the main master's program for their studies. And a lot of students, I know that they struggle with writing research papers, right,
Yeah.
from those who like come from like Bangladesh or in this part of the world. We really struggle with that. So if you have a bit of time communicating with the professor, how are you going to create a very strong argumentative point in your research paper, and how you have to think critically, which is very, very
Exactly. Yeah.
uncommon here in Bangladesh. We do not develop these skills, how to critically think and give our opinions to our in our writing form. So I think this kind of pre-masters program would definitely be an asset for your, not just for your profile, but of course would help you to in masters program they would be able to do their like results would be better comparatively.
Yep. Exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah. So now if we have covered a bit of the foundation program and also about the pre-masters program which are being offered by Oxford Education International Group in April. Now, if we talk about a bit about the scholarship, is there any scholarship provided for our students?
Oxford International Education Group providing a huge amount of scholarship to support financially to our students. Like though it depends on institute to institute, and every single university not offering maximum scholarship, but we are trying to offer like a good amount of scholarship to our student. If it is big or if it is high tuitions, students sometimes disappoint to join the program, or sometimes they can't afford that things, right? So if I talk about for our Demonfort University, for like for foundation program, we are offering up to 4,000 scholarships there, though it depends on student academic skills, English proficiency. And also same way we do offer good amount of scholarship for University of Bradford, Bangor University as well. But the good things I just want to mention for our students here, if they wish to study at University of Dundee, they have very good option to get up to 50% scholarships there, because University of Dundee is world ranked university and highly reputed university in Scotland. They're like ranking, if I say in UK, they're ranking 21, and even globally recognized best university in Scotland. So if they got like up to 50% scholarship there, then definitely it will be amazing for them to take a decision that where I should go or where I should start my journey. So I would say University of Dundee will be the best option for our students, and based on their academic result, based on their IELTS proficiency, we will give them up to 50% scholarship.
Okay, that's very good to hear, because university, even the reputation is quite high. Thank you
Yeah.
for that information. So now that we often hear that students which we are being asked a lot is that, for example, is there any percentage or marks requirement for a student in order after they complete their foundation, or for example their pre-masters, right? So is there any requirement for them to progress to the next degree? Like, is there any certain percentage that they need to acquire or anything of that sort?
Yep, we do have that. Like students have to get up to 40% above marks to progress after completing the foundation or pre-masters to join their main program. So because this is the basic things that is going to have to get 40% marks. So this, I think every student can acquire their 40% marks to join to progress their main program. So this is our requirement.
That's very much achievable, I think, just 40% out of 100.
Yeah.
So, yes. So, thank you for that information, Mr. Tanvir. And we have one, I've got one question. Now, that's the question that I had from one of my students. And
Yep.
given the fact that now UK is offering a post study work permit for international students, right? So,
Yep.
what is the timeline, and how do you think that they can actually basically equip themselves to get into a good job during their post study work permit? How long they can get that for? And for example, if somebody gets even during their, if somebody is studying at University of De Montfort and they have a placement as well, does that, will that hamper their post study work permit
Okay,
for
that's a
the
good.
tenor?
Okay, like our course duration, like for foundation, it's almost 1 year or 9 months. Okay,
Yeah.
and pre-master's program, it depends, like 3 months or 6 months. So right after completing the pathway courses, they will just join their main program, and the maximum time their main master's program duration is 1 year, or their pre-master foundation program. Once they will done foundation, then they will join like 3 years bachelor program, right? So once they will done their bachelor or pre-master's program, they will be eligible for 2 years work permit that UK government offering for an international student, that we call to post PSW or postgraduate work permit. So this is equally give the opportunity to every student. If they just complete their graduation, then they can reach that area. Okay, so I just want to mention a student, like if they start now, uh, they will be eligible to work 20 hours. Okay, work permit they will get, and in the summer vacation or winter vacation or the vacation, they have an opportunity to work full time. So once they will complete their graduation, and then they will join their postgraduate work permit, they will be eligible to work long time or full time. So like the experience they will gather in the time of their study, that will help them to execute in the main postgraduate work permit time. And I
Yeah.
believe that will help our students in a better way, because if you have experience, you can implement this in the practical life or practical area, right? So once you will show your experience or skills, definitely you will get better job or better opportunities to move further stage. Like another thing I just want to mention here, like sometimes UK government announce they will take, like home care people to be settled down there, isn't it? So these are the very good route that right after completing their graduation, if they got the work permit, postgraduate work permit, they have many opportunities in the UK right at this moment. And another thing, like after Brexit, there are lots of job vacancies,
Yeah.
so international students have very good opportunity to cope up that
Mhm.
things, or to get to join the vacancies. So I think that will not be a big deal for our student, because I know that Bangladeshi students, they're hardworking, so they can manage a job. They can adjust themselves to get a very good job in UK, and they can earn good things.
Thank you for that answer. I think that's all that we have for the May intake, focusing on the May intake. And we also have the September intake coming in, right?
Yeah.
Which is just there. So for September intake, what programs would be offering? Would Oxford International Education Group offer? All the programs are open at that point?
Yes, all the programs are open at this moment, and even they can apply University of Greenwich as well, because we are still taking application for our September intake. And the good things I want to share with the student, previously they just got their CAS before 3 months of their class start time, but now we
Yeah.
will issue their CAS before 6 months. So without hassle, without making any hassle, or without any difficulties, they will get their CAS, and then they can smoothly start their process to get a visa, and then smoothly they can fly university. So they should not wait for the last moment or the last minute to get the cash. And Bangladesh doesn't have at this moment priority visa service, so sometimes the student have to do some struggles, that I will get visa on time or not, or how I will go, or I can join right time at the university or not, because every university have a limited times, right? They even September intake class will be face to face. So if students start their journey for application process right at this moment, they can cover up everything within a very short time, and their process will be very smooth. So I request everyone to focus now for the September intake, because every university has a limited seat for international student, but they can start their all the process from now and so on, so that they can complete everything within a very short time.
Thank you so much for your all answering all our queries. We had all these questions that we actually have had from our students, basically. So thank you so much for your time. And those who are watching us live, we are Eduko Pathways Bangladesh. We are located at Bonani 11. We'll be providing our office address in the comment section, and of course our contact details in the comments box as well. If you'd like to know more about what programs or what universities are being offered under Oxford International Education Group, what would be your maybe OITC requirements, what would be your IELTS requirements, would be here to help. For with your queries. And as Mr. Tanvir said, that the cast time for now, before it was 3 months, the issue time was 3 months before your course start date, but now it's 6 months before your course start date. So now you have a bit of flexibility and also your time to think, and to not just time to think, of course, but also you get a bit of time to prepare yourself for your higher education journey abroad. So, any last words, Mr. Tanvir?
Not at this moment. So I would just finally thank you, Eduko Pathways. So arrange this Facebook live session. I believe that this live session help our student to get proper knowledge about Oxford International Education Group. So I request everyone to contact with Eduko Pathways because they are our trusted and reliable partner. So if anyone wish to study in UK for June intake, that we will offer our PreMasters program there, and also in September is open for all of you. So contact with them, and I believe you will get better support to complete your journey to fulfill your dream to study in UK. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Until we meet you again with another university another time, do keep a watching our Facebook page because we would be providing you useful content which would help you to think and also to decide. Thank you so much. Until then, see you. Take care.